Hey everybody, we're bringing you all together hopefully to help making puffy couching just a little bit easier. So this is the portion of the canvas, the rough of the hat that we're gonna do puffy couching. And really seeing it I think is a lot different than trying to read it and understand it. So we're gonna just take off and hopefully you won't have any problems. So you've got two different roughs. You've got the top one, which is a little smaller and is green, and then you have an aqua, the lower one, which I would do last. So starting with the green, what you want to do is pull off. You don't want to stop in midstream if you don't have to, because what we're going to do is we're going to double the actual stitch, your yarn for your thread for your puffy couching. Hold on a minute. I hope I have enough to do all what I'm planning on doing, but at least I'll get you started. So you're going to cut off basically 3 strands. This is perfect. This will get us started. So you've got these 2 long strands. I think I said 24 inches long in the stitch guide. And then I said to take out the metallic. So what we're gonna literally do is pull the metallic away from what is now flare. So we'll put that away. And I'm gonna move this out of the way for a minute. And what I'd like for you to do is start by attaching a pinhead stitch. It doesn't matter which side, you can start on the right or the left. And you can do that right in the lime green area. So if you don't know how to do a pinhead stitch, in the beginning of the stitch guides is the instructions, but it's, I think, one of the best things that ever happened to needlepoint, and it's used a lot for different kinds of embroidery. So I've got my metallic attached and ready to go. So I'm going to pull this back up so I don't have it on the bottom, which would be helpful. And then I'm going to take the other 2 pieces and fold them in half. So you have, there's the first piece, here's the second piece, and there's your tails at the end. So don't worry about that. We're just gonna fold it in half. This is my quick method of beginning. And we're going to couch over the end so that those are on there nice and secure. And the pinhead is going to help you a great deal as you are doing puffy couching, because it's a great staying stitch as well. So not only can you use it as a stop and a start, but you can use it as a, hold on a minute, I need you to stay there and not move. So that's what this is. So we're putting that stitch in so that the end is attached nice and securely. Now, so for puffy couching, we're going to move down about 3 stitches, 3 mesh, and it doesn't matter, don't freak out about it. You'll find your kind of position that you like and how many strands you like to work across. And then we're going to couch the frosty rays. So there's my first couching stitch. But what I'm going to do is take a needle or a laying tool and just pull that up until it gives you a nice good puff. Kay made hers really tall, which is fun because you can't really even see the couching stitches. Then move those threads out of your way and go ahead and do another pinhead stitch. Okay, it's nice and tight. Then fold these back over and go down about 3 or 4 canvas threads, whatever is your preference. You can do them closer together, further apart, whatever you like. That couches the thread. So now I'm going to take that and puff it up. So you can see why those strands of Frosty Rays are important, because there's no division between the threads. It just looks like one little ball of puff. I'm going to go ahead again and do my pinhead stitch here. And what that does is just anchor that couching thread, the couching stitch, nice and securely. And you were just putting it in front of you so that as you go forward, then you're going to be just couched right over the top of that. Now, here's my warning for you about puffy couching. Once you get 2 or 3 of these stitches in, you're going to go, uh-oh, maybe one of these ones back here is not as big as you need it to be. So you can take your laying tool or your needle and pull it up, and then pull this one up, and that can make it a little bit taller. So sometimes when we're laying this down and then puffing it up, it pulls from this end. So just keep an eye on it as you go. And repeat. So now that you've gotten the tutorial on puffy couching for this pumpkin, I want to show you what happens at the end real quickly. I'm going to do it one more time just to tighten that down just a little bit more. Now, the back of your puffy couching at this time are just little couching stitches along the way. So when you get to the end of the first section of puffy couching, you're gonna have to take these all to the back. So I just thread up 1 or 2 at a time and pop them down through, but be really careful because you don't want to lose your puff. And then do 2 more, get it down to the bottom, and then what you do is you're gonna actually feed those stitches kind of down here and under your couching stitches. But you know, be as gentle as you can when you're doing that so it doesn't pull from the front. So just remember, you can take a laying tool or whatever and you can puff those stitches up as high or as low as you want. So good luck. If you have any questions, you know you can always give me a shout, or you can send me an email at meredith.willett@gmail.com. Thanks.